Hey YouTube. So we got our first couple of parts from Prusa today. They sent us over a brand new buddy board that they want us to try. And then they also sent us a brand new sandwich board that they want us to try. I know a couple of you had commented that you thought it might have been the dwarf board in the Toolhead 1 or that the tensioner wasn't set right. The problem is we've tried other tool heads. We've actually replaced tool head 2, 4, and 5 with the wiring and replaced it with tool head 1. And all of them have the exact same issue when they are in the tool head number 1 place. So it is not something that is limited to a particular tool head. It's some sort of signal that's coming in and stopping that. Maybe a part's overheating on one of these boards that's causing that extruder gear to stop spinning. The other thing that we've had people talking to us about is they were afraid that maybe the G-code was bad or corrupt. We did slice it through 2 different slicers on 2 different machines. Both Prusa slicer, but one was an older firmware. One was new. We tried 2 different prints, and we also tried 2 separate flash drives. Same issue across the board on all of them. So that's kind of where we're at with this one. Now, the day that we actually got these here was today. One of the Prusa tech support reps actually reached out to me in a separate thread and said that they are experiencing this across a few printers, and he wants me to send this in. So along with these parts that I received from Prusa today, I also got a separate email from one of their tech support guys. They've been experiencing some of these similar issues with some other printers, and they're trying to investigate it a little bit. So he's asking me to send this printer back. They're going to send me a box to send it back to them. They want to dissect the printer and figure out where the issue is coming from. Because they're seeing this on a bigger scale now than where they would have liked, and so they want to dissect it and figure out exactly what part it is that is failing. 1, so they can get it repaired, and then 2, so they can stop mass sending replacement parts that aren't needed for this printer. I imagine that's pricey for them. So they want to do that, and they've asked if we would send that in. So I think we're going to go ahead and do that. But first, we are going to change out these parts. I do want to change the buddy board, try a print, see what happens, and then if it's still failing, then I will try the sandwich board and reprint again, just so we can send in that information as well to Prusa, so they all have exactly what we experienced and what we came to with it. So ideally, we can kind of get this printer back. And get it printing again, because it has got so much potential. It is a great printer with a very poor rollout and execution that we've experienced. This is not our first Excel. This is our second one that they've sent us. Our original one, if you remember from our earlier videos, it would never calibrate. It kept failing across multiple tests, regardless of what parts they had us change out on it, and they sent us a replacement printer. This one was successful in getting everything up and going. Ran fine for about 2 months, maybe did 20 prints, and then is now down again. And then we actually have a second XL that is still up in the basement. We have not set that printer up. Just honestly, I'm kind of afraid to get a second printer out that's going to have so many issues. So we kind of want to make sure we've got one dialed in, ready to go before we do that. Otherwise, we're gonna look at selling both of these printers, because owning them for 5 months and having them down for 3 of those 5 months is not a great track record, and it just kind of sits here and collects dust. Or as you guys pointed out, separate filament strands and stuff on the bottom. We did get a new print bed, new sheet here. We got this online. I will share the link in my next video. Great little thing. Textured on one side, smooth on the other for the PLA. So that'll ideally help us with a few other issues that we're having with adhesion and stuff like that, but I can deal with that. That's not hard on the 3D printer. Getting this thing up and running is where we're kind of at. So let me go ahead and replace these boards. We'll run a couple of tests, and then I will share those results with you guys. Hey YouTube. All right, so we just finished with a print after replacing the buddy board. We've only replaced the buddy board, not the sandwich board that is still sitting over here on the side. We ran one of the prints that was failing before, and as you can see, success, it finished the entire print. So now we'll try something a little bit bigger. First, we'll finish cleaning up the build plate. You can see all the fingerprints on it from doing the calibrations and tests that it wants you to do and taking that plate on and off. But as of right now, that initial buddy board replacement has got this first print successful. So we'll try a bigger print, maybe something around the 20-hour mark, and then upload the results on that. If that one fails as well, we'll definitely send the entire printer in. If not, I'll send them my results and talk to them about possibly just sending in that bad buddy board, see if they can find the issue on that particular board. But we'll go from there. But as of right now, the Prusa XL is looking like it might be back up and running with the replacement buddy board.